What's good, everyone? This is Artists of Truth coming to you again with another vlog entry. And what I wanted to briefly touch on is the interview with the Steve Harvey show. Steve Harvey actually had our original queen of comedy, Miss Monique, on the show. Now, of course, you already know back in 2015, our sister comedian Monique was blackballed. She was blackballed, and she received the phone call from Lee Daniels saying that she was blackballed because she didn't play the game. And of course, Holly Weird, if you are not playing to, if you're not playing the game as they see so fit, then it's an issue, and they have to get rid of you. This interview that transpired between, Miss Monique and Steve Harvey was a whole level of coonery. And when I say coonery, I am referring to Steve Harvey. I listened to the interview and everything, and I was honestly, utterly disgusted, and I was embarrassed, because for some of the most highly respected producers, like Oprah Winfrey, Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Steve Harvey, for these individuals to turn their back on Monique, and even, to admit to her that she was not wrong for voicing her view about being treated unfairly in Hollywood. For these individuals to turn their back on her just goes to show you the level of integrity when it comes to black, our black people. When you get up on that high horse, some people tend to forget exactly where they come from. They tend to forget that, integrity, self-respect, and standing up for what is actually right, they seem to turn a blind eye to it. And I'm starting to realize that when you have someone else's hand up your ass, you cannot be the man or the woman that you really, truly should be. Because at that point in time, you have no control over yourself. For the simple fact, someone else has their hand up your ass. So basically, you're a puppet. You're a puppet. Money tends to have more control over your better sense of judgment. And furthermore, what also is damaging and disappointing is that we talk about empowerment, we talk about supporting each other, but when it comes down to what's right and what's wrong, we have a tendency to we do one or two things. We'll shut our mouth, or we'll ignore it. We will act, some of our people will act as though we don't see injustice. We don't see when our brothers or sisters are being wrong. And we see it firsthand. We just act like, oh, it doesn't have anything to do with me, so I'm not going to chime in. I'm realizing now that some of our people are just plain out scared. They are scared. They are coward. Steve Harvey showed me showed me years ago that he's a coon. And to turn your back, to get on the show and say that, you know what, I should have called you, but I had so much going on. To me, no, I'm not making 7 figures a year. No, I'm not. I'm not a movie producer. I'm not a comedian. No, I'm none of these things. I'm just a black man who operates with the basic God-given common sense. And when I heard Steve Harvey say, you know what, I had so much going on, that was just a blatant excuse that just blew over a lot of people's heads, but it didn't blow over mine. And I'm sure it won't blow over yours once you listen to this interview. But when he made that remark, I was like, you know what? We make time for the things and people that we want to make time for. When we come up with this excuse about, oh, I had so much going on, this, that, and the fifth, that is an excuse. That is an excuse. I mean, damn it, when when you get a notification in your mail, or you get a notification about a bill that needs to be paid, we don't make excuses for not paying bills. We'll go ahead and pay them bills, even if we don't have time. We will make time. Even if we are at work, we will make time. Oh shit, I didn't pay that bill. Let me go ahead and make this phone call real quick to get this bill paid. Let me make this phone call real quick if I need a particular actor or actress in my film. Let me make this call real quick. We make time for things that we want to make time for. Steve Harvey made that remark and it was bogus. When I heard it, I was like, oh, well, that's a whack excuse, But furthermore, to bring her on your show and not give her a chance. And you'll see it when, you'll hear it on the second part. To bring her on and not give her the opportunity to clarify why she reacted the way she reacted. And honestly, I don't blame her. My thing is, this is Holly weird. Everything is just strange. You see awards being handed out to black men and to black men and black women that you look at and you can't help but to ask, damn, this is such a wonderful, exceptional actor and actress. Why are they playing these bogus, below grade level roles in these movies that seem to uplift a white man or a white woman and continuously put down black men and black women? Does that ever kind of cross your mind? Because it crosses, it crossed mine several times, and honestly, I feel as though that is wrong. Steve Harvey also mentioned that, it's a war. It's not a black or white, white thing, but it is a war. And the funny part about it is he never clarified what type of war this is. And Monique never, she really and truly never had the opportunity to really express what she felt and what she thought, because Steve Harvey pretty much wrapped that shit up real quick and just ended it. And even afterwards, you will notice Monique's body language didn't change. It never changed at all. What I'm doing right now is the exact same thing that she was doing in the interview. She sat there she listened. She listened to Steve Harvey get out everything that he was feeling, his opinion, on getting, going after the bag and sacrificing integrity. And personally, in my humble opinion, I feel that people will respect you more and remember you when you have integrity for yourself. And they can see it, they can feel it. Because this is what really acting and living life is really and truly about. Because some of our greatest revolutionaries, black men and black women, they not only sacrificed their careers, they sacrificed their lives to make a stand, to get their message heard. And now, how often do you see that? You really don't see that much. And I'm recognizing it more and more, that you have some of these, well-paid celebrities, actors, actresses, they are afraid to say what really needs to be said. They are afraid of telling the truth because they feel like, oh, someone has so much control over me that they can basically destroy me. Nobody can destroy you unless you allow them to. No one can steal your spotlight. No one can steal your joy unless you allow them to. So in closing, check out this interview. Leave your comments below. Please let me know exactly what you feel. In the meantime, in between time, remain blessed. Stay positive. Remain in love. Love each other. And I'll talk with you all soon.